Hey guys, welcome to the channel. So me and Kevin we're out riding today out in Arizona, and I wanted to do a review on these tires. These are the D605 Dunlops, and his are the stock IRC tires on his. They both have around 2,000 miles, and the review on these would be the wear of 2,000 miles. If you get down here, you can see that they're pretty wore, really. I mean, for 2,000 miles. Tread's pretty low, and this has been mostly riding gravel roads, some extreme rock riding, way more extreme than these tires will handle. So we'll go up to the front and show you the front. So here is the front after 2,000 miles, and they're wearing pretty good. They're not cupping out or anything. It's just that they're not very aggressive tires, so you can see there's not much knob sticking on the side, and these are really hard tires. So as far as grip, there's not a lot of grip off-road, or especially in any loose rock. They're good on hard pack like pavement or hard rock, but they're not very good in sandy stuff or any gravel at all. Show you the stock IRC with the same miles on it. And you can see they're wore about the same, not a lot of difference. They got a little bit more sidewall bite here, and the tire's about the same stiffness as the Dunlop, but they're not much better as far as gripping the gravel or sand or anything like that. We'll go to the front one on this one. This front tire on this one wore a little bit better. So there's actually taller tread here. The side grip is about the same, not much. The little further spacing, I think, on this tire than on the Dunlops, but they are just horrible on gravel. Anything sand, I wouldn't recommend them at all for off-road. For as far as riding these things on paved roads, commuting back and forth to work, riding around town, or just light trails or light gravel roads, you'll be okay. Just watch them because they're really sketchy. We'll show you some video of us riding here today with these tires and different types of terrain. We'll be on some rocky stuff, and we'll also be on some gravel road, and they're just extremely sketchy on a gravel road. So these tires out on the road here on the gravel road is just, there's no confidence and inspiration at all. I mean, they're kind of scary. You get this loose gravel, you really got to be on your toes. Straight line, not too bad. Around the corners, they're just so sketchy that you really got to pay attention. The same way Kevin here. Yeah, so you feel the same way on about the stock IRC tires on yours.
Yeah, I do.
They're just, I mean, you can't have no confidence in your tires, because if you're on dirt or something hard packed, no problem. You get out on this loose gravelly stuff, and I'm telling you, they're actually pretty dangerous. I mean, you really ain't paying attention, like turning right here. You got to slow down, and they just kind of walk all over the place. This is, of course, the Dunlop D605, and his is the stock IRC tires. I definitely won't buy none of these again, even if they are cheap. I only bought these because I got them super cheap. So, see, like I have to slow down this much, put your foot out, really watch this corner, because it just kind of walks around with you. Tires are just all over the place. It's like they're just riding on top of the gravel, not gripping, and the pebbles are rolling all under the tires, and you just have no traction at all. You get into mud with these tires, and they're no good in mud. I mean, they just don't have no traction at all in mud, anything slick. So pretty much, if you get any of these the stock tires, or these are actually stock off the Kawasaki KLX 300, but they're fine for light trail use or the paved roads, but I wouldn't recommend them at all, either one of these tires, for much off-road at all. You notice here, I'm staying in where the gravel's kicked to the side. I'm staying in the tire track from the vehicles, so I have some traction. Okay, so now we're going to try on these stock IRC tires and the stock Dunlop D605 tires on some rocky terrain. Now this is some really rocky stuff. It's dirt like clay and rocky. There's not a lot of sand in it right here, but extremely rocky. And the tires grip fair on this kind of stuff. You can do okay. It's a lot better than the gravel roads for sure, and a lot better than the sand. Wouldn't you say?
Oh yeah, they're pretty all right on this stuff, especially if you like kind of know what you're doing. It really helps.
Yeah.
That or the pavement, but if you're on anything that like the sand happens to override it, all these tires are crap.
Yeah, I agree with you. They're just total crap on anything loose gravel, anything sandy, or anything muddy.
Watch out, in some of these places with this tall grass, there's some big old pointy rocks sticking up.
Yeah, and one thing about these tires I can say is they're pretty puncture resistant. I have never, out of my CRF250L, CRF300L, the boys 300Ls, we have never had a flat on any of these stock tires, and we went over some extremely bad rocks with them.
Well, now you say that, now we're going to get a flat.
Yeah, I hope not. Never had a pinch flat, never had a tire puncture of any kind, so...
Yeah, that's true.
They are puncture proof pretty good. Now the rocks will roll out from under your tires, but I don't think it matters what tire you got. If you hit a rock, it's going to roll out from under your tire.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
And wet grass on these are kind of slick, but it's manageable on some wet grass. This is extremely rocky stuff, but they're decent. Would I recommend them? No, I can't say I'd recommend them for this kind of stuff, but if you got them, you can do it. I would definitely recommend something with some better traction, like the Moto's Tractionator, like the Moto's Tractionators. The Desert HTs is what I had before. That they done pretty good on almost all terrains. They wasn't as great on highway, but these tires here, I definitely would give them a thumbs down for as far as dual sport leaning toward off-road. As far as dual sport and you're just doing a lot of commuting and you have to do some dirt roads and stuff, you're okay. But as far as this kind of rocky, rough stuff or anything sandy, I wouldn't give them a thumbs up at all. I would definitely give them a thumbs down for gravel roads that are loose gravel, sand, mud, anything slick. These tires suck.
If you're doing any kind of off-road riding or any kind of enduro, especially more than what you are paved, then you definitely want to get yourself some like Dunlops or something with traction.
Right. As far as just riding pavement, if you commute just on pavement, hardly ever do off-road, I definitely give both these tires a big thumbs up. They're good for that. You can get better, of course, get more street-oriented tires, but for the tires that come stock on the KLX300, which is what I have on here, and or the ones that come stock on the 300L, on the paved roads, they're fine. They're great.
Yeah, driving just back and forth to work and everything, they're perfect. Because that's what they're meant for.
Right. They're pretty much, they're 50-50 tires, they call them. I would not call them a 50-50 tire. I'd call them more like a 10 off-road and 90 on-road, or something like that.
Yeah, for real.
You could maybe give them a 20 off-road and a 20 off-road and a 80 on-road, but that's pushing it. Okay guys, that's it for the review for the stock IRC tires on the Honda CRF300L and the stock tires, the Dunlop D605. These are actually the stock tires off a KLX300. I put them on here brand new. These bikes both have the same amount of miles on the tires. Thank you guys for watching Woodzman Adventures. We got lots more videos coming. Click the thumbs up, subscribe down below, and we'll catch you on the next one. Right on.